Hi Mr. Aziz, thank you for your patience in getting back to you regarding your SEO audit and competitor analysis report. So as I mentioned when I spoke to you previously that I came across your website for masalajunction.co.uk and noticed that you're in 10th position on Google for Indian restaurant Nottingham as one of the keywords in your location. So as you can see, you're currently listed 10th position on the first page of Google. Just there. I also noticed that you have a very good reputation online and have some good reviews in various spaces in Google too. Excuse me. Now, taking a look at your website and some of the keywords around your account here, I also realise that you're not showing for some of the main search terms within your industry services. As you've probably noticed, I have a few tabs open for the purposes of this video, as I really want to take you through some of the processes that we are currently doing for some of our clients, which is really allowing them to get more exposure, build their brand, and really be in front of those customers that are more likely going to convert into sales. Now, regarding your URL audit, not much needs to be changed, and it seems decent enough already, as in already compatible with the configuration settings for SEO purposes. We did notice, however, as you can see on the screen, from H1 to H6 check, the count for H1 tags is 12 times. This is too many and needs to be minimized to make it more SEO friendly. Your website should have only one H1 tag. If you have any more than one H1 tag on one page, changes to either H1, H2 or H3 needs to be made for ideal optimization. Your H1 tag should be at the top of the page content above any other heading tags in the page code. If your site is divided into columns, the left column may appear higher in the code. Now, your Google page speed is 24/100, as you can see there, which is highlighted, whereas optimal speed is anything from 80/100. So besides this minor adjustments, everything else seems to be okay. So let's get into my keyword planner and we will begin. So the first thing we do when we're trying to get more exposure organically in Google is find out how many people are searching for your keyword in the area to start off with. And the best place to go and do that is through Google Keyword Planner. Now, Google Keyword Planner is a free tool, so anybody can come in, type in their goods, services, area, and Google will tell you how many people are searching for you on a regular basis. So let's just go straight on in. And as you can already see, Indian restaurant Nottingham is already put in there. So Google tells us that Indian restaurant Nottingham gets anything from 10 to 100 people searching every single month. So that's on every single month on a regular basis, beg your pardon. So we know that there's demand, and we also show there's actually probably a lot more in terms of related searches like best Indian restaurant, another 1 to 100 every single month. To us, it's the same thing, but to Google, they work by keywords, so to them, it's a whole new different search. But for the sake of our example, for the sake of time really, we're going to go by this one example, Indian restaurant Nottingham. It's a general one, it's a good one, we know it has some low competition. Now we're going to find out which businesses are currently getting these number of customer visitors. And the best way to go and do that is through Google. So if we take Google and type in Indian restaurant Nottingham, so the first thing we notice is the ad users, but as you can see, there's no current businesses, in that space for ad users. So as we scroll down, we then see the map and organic section. Now, Mr. Aziz, the main difference between maps and organic, to be mapped, not only do you have to have authority in the topic that will search, but you also have to be located in the area. Now, this is good for one major reason, because it simply takes out all the major competition away from you. But to be here on maps, you're competing with people who are in Nottingham and who are also providing services similar to yourselves. So in the maps, as you can see, first we've got Anoki, then the Cumin, and then Kyle. So once we know this, we take one company that is organically listed and find out how it is that they're coming up on the first page of Google. So for this, we're going to choose www.memsab.co.uk because they are coming up on the first page of Google and are currently second in position. We're now going to take memsab.co.uk into a tool called SEMrush, beg your pardon. So SEMrush, it's one of my favorite tools actually. You're able to see the backlinks they're using, the keywords they're targeting, even down to what ads they're running, if they're running Google ads at all, and what copy they're using to get people interested in clicking on their site. So once it loads, and it's grabbing that great stuff. So if we scroll up a little bit, so the first thing we notice, we see that they have 662 backlinks, which we will get into in a second. Sorry, but their traffic, the customer, is 3.0k. So that's how many customers. Sorry, their traffic is 3.0k. So that's how many customers are coming to their business on a regular basis. So let's take a look a bit closer at the graph. And we notice that they're gradually going up and increasing their customer base, so therefore doing some decent SEO. We can also see that this is every day. Look, daily, 24th of August, 25th of August, 26th of August. There's numbers like 3,002, 3,000, 2,998 people coming to their business on a regular basis. Just imagine what this does for their business. Now, to go by the average industry standards, even if you have 2,950 people coming to your business on a daily basis over 30 days for the month, that's 88,500 visitors. Now, even with very, very low conversion, something like 2%, it will never be that low really, because according to Google, it tells us that it will be anything from 8 to 20% of people who visit your website that will convert to sales. Example, make a call to action, maybe either by making a phone call or an email inquiry. So let's get a calculator up. And if we put 88, so 8 times 0.02, so that's 1,770 calls to action. Very low numbers we're going by, it's actually probably a lot higher than that. But 1,770 calls to action, what would that mean for your business? If you're getting that many calls or that many email inquiries through in your email inbox. Now that's the type of visibility these guys are getting. And if you look here, traffic cost. This is basically the keywords that they are getting the visibility for if they were to run Google ads for those ones. That's how much they will be spending just on those ads. It will be something that they just keep on spending every single month, which they're kind of getting for free right now because they've built their website by building their own organic rank and exposure. So now that we know that their traffic is on point, we now go ahead and take a look at the keywords they're targeting. So if you look at Indian Restaurant Nottingham, they are in position 1, but have also other relevant keywords that they are also in position 1 for. Now, what this means for us is that we can actually go out there and see each of those keywords and not only get to see which keywords they're targeting, but also how many customers are coming to their business directly in relation to that keyword. So this basically takes out all the guessing work. We're not just going for what sounds good to us, we're going for keywords that are often searched for, who's getting that search term, and then how it's working out for them. Then we can pick the winning ones that will serve us the best, convert the best, and target those. So this is a strategy we do with keywords, and once we have this set, the only thing left is the power. So how is it that memsab.co.uk, and how is it that they got in the first page of Google in the first place we're about to take a look at right now? And this is purely through backlinks. So if you don't know what a backlink is, they're basically like votes. So every time there's people talking about me, mentioning me in the world of marketing, it makes me look more credible. Just like that, Google's the same way. If there's more websites speaking about your company out there, example, a magazine website, newspaper website, mentioning you in various places, Google starts to pick it up. They start saying www.memsab.co.uk is being talked about all over the place on the topic of their services, so they must know what they're going on about, and for that reason, they start ranking you up, and that's exactly what happens. Now, as already mentioned, they have 660 other places talking about them. What we can do is we can actually go out there and find every single one of those 662 websites that are talking about them and reach out to them ourselves if we wanted to. So, for example, we can approach them and say, I see that you're linking out to memsab.co.uk. I'm also within the same services. What is your procedure to be published on your website? Now, usually it's some kind of collaboration, some kind of exchange of information in terms of we write them a content for their website. In exchange, they give us a link. A lot of the time, it's also for a small fee. We will also, of course, build our own backlinks. Now, whatever it is, again, when it comes to the power, the smoke is clear. We have a line-by-line, step-by-step plan that we can follow to get the same kind of visibility as top marketers within your niche. Now, Mr. Aziz, Google's cards are on the table. If you search something on Google, they tell you who's ranking on the first page. And with tools like this, we can see why they're ranking on the first page of Google. And then it's just a matter of taking the same sort of action to get the same kind of visibility, beg your pardon. So that's it. I'll leave it there for you. I really hope that you got something out of this video. I would really like the opportunity to have a sit down with you or even a phone call with you to show you exact in-depth strategy of how we can get you up there and get this kind of visibility for your restaurant as well. Please let me know when you're able to talk. Thank you for your time, and I hopefully speak to you soon.